So okay, so this member says, I can't work out. I have plantar fasciitis.
Oh yeah.
Period.
So how did you get that? How did you get that info from them if they can't work out?
Oh, we've been asking him, where have you been? He says, I got plantar fasciitis. I can't work out.
I got bronchitis.
I got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. But this guy's got plantar fasciitis, and for me, it's just it's my go-to of like, just get that tennis ball, put that in there, and
yeah. Do you do the thing you roll it on a frozen water bottle?
Oh, I've seen that.
Okay, well that's a free tip for you guys. If you got an irritated foot, you put your water bottle in the freezer and you roll your foot on it to calm it down. But that's not a long-term fix.
No, it's not a long-term fix. Is it with like yoga or is it like stretches?
So let me tell you what plantar fasciitis is.
Right on.
So if you actually go on my Instagram, I have a video, a short video. Again, these are short videos. They're not like extensive, but there's a video on plantar fasciitis, like a few exercises that could help you with it. But to kind of go into it, plantar fascia is the tissue on the bottom of your foot, right? And it's not a muscle. It's like a giant, tendon, ligament. Mm-hmm. It's a inert structure. It doesn't have muscle attached to it. You do have muscles that are right above it, and those support your arch. So what happens is if those muscles become weak, or you just happen to be unfortunate and are born with flat feet, you tend to have more stability issues in the foot. So when you're doing a lot of walking, plyo, jumping, that kind of stuff, running, if you don't have the good arch support from the muscles in your foot, you're trying to rely on this plantar fascia, which again isn't a muscle. It's just like a tendon or a ligament.
Right.
Well, that tendon or ligament gets over thousands of steps per day, gets irritated, and then that irritation, that inflammation becomes plantar fasciitis. And a lot of times people don't see it when they're young because they have strong, healthy feet. But as you get older and maybe you ramp up your running, or you start a new exercise program like plyo, you're doing a lot of jumping that your body hasn't been used to, or you gained a lot of weight and now you're having to slow down 250 pounds of force when you used to weigh 180 pounds.
Okay.
And now your foot's even weaker than it was when you were 180 pounds. So now you're having to slow down all this mass trying to hit the ground. That tissue just can't handle it. So you end up with plantar fasciitis.
Right.
And
okay.
it's hard to get rid of because you have to walk every day. You have to stand. You have to do things. So you're constantly re-aggravating it unless you happen to be able to lay in bed all day, but then that has its own set of problems.
Right.
So to answer the question, it would be good to get that pain down, anti-inflammatory, like, icing your feet, and then building some of the strength in that arch, doing like, we call it the tibialis posterior muscle. Mm-hmm. That muscle goes on the inside of your leg, under your foot, and it kind of acts like a sling, and it lifts the arch. So if you can train that muscle doing arch lifts, resisted inversion, that you can find that stuff on my page. And then stretching the calf a little bit, doing some of these things can build up that arch strength, and then that'll allow you to eventually return to running, or at least walking, prolonged standing, and eventually jumping if that's your goal. But that's, again, the needs of somebody that's doing plyo are a lot different than somebody that just wants to take a walk every day.
Right.
But depending on what your goal is, you have to work towards that.